Hello, team. Um, JD here. Just wanted to um, give you guys a weekly plan for the ES and the NQ. So the first things that we gotta focus on is identifying on what we did last week. And last week we pivoted from 40, 41, 47. That was our pivot last week, which was a single print area here. The top of the area was our pivot, and it was never challenged. The closer we ever got was 51, and from there, the ES ran up for uh, approximately 241 points. In the course of running up from here, 241 points, you can see that we have some poor structure here that we need to pay attention to. And we need to pay attention is the fact that we have some gaps that um, you know at some point they will come into play. We have a true gap up here, true gap up over here, and this is a slight gap up, and then we have a fair value gap over here in this area, in which we also gapped up from Friday into Monday. Sorry, I my voice is a little lost because I just don't feel good today. But this week we're gonna make it very simple. First thing we need to do is identify where the ES at one time framing up. As you can see, uh, from this point here, started one time framing up, and we need to identify where were the one time framing will end. And uh, very simple. Friday's low will end the one time framing up, and that's something that we got to keep in mind. I'll put this blue line right here. Uh, that's the area that uh, it would, you know, end the one time framing up daily. We need to identify where the market is in terms of weekly levels. So on daily level, I told you what time framing up. On the weekly, we are balancing. Um, and we were one time framing down on the weekly chart, and now we're balancing. And we have a 5 week balance. Um, you know, um, obviously, I know it's 5 weeks. A lot of the work identifying those levels I do before, and it would take me forever if I don't do some pre work. So the the 5 week balance, the high is 44.23, which I have somewhere around here. Uh, so we're going to change that area and find the 2 week balance in here. We have it up 44.23, which is like right around here. We had that level mark before. Fix some of my drawings here. Um, we just do this way. 44.23 point 25. That's the high of this candle here. Gotta go back in here to find it. Right here, which is October the 17th. Then you have to find the low. And well, first off, let me change this to 5 weeks. And we need to find the low, which is 41.20 something. Find right here. 41, which is this right here. 41.22.75. That's what I got. This 5 week. I'll go a little faster, guys, in a couple of minutes, but I just want to show you where where our targets come from and what the thought process behind it is. Uh, I can just do a video and tell you, hey, this is the target. That would do you no good. You won't learn anything. And 50% of that is right here. This is beautiful uh, because we can leverage spike in here. Okay. So right now the ES is rating. All right, so I know exactly what we're gonna do. All right, so for this week, we're gonna take a look and see what was last week's POC. That's the first and foremost, the most important thing. And then we're gonna take a look from Monday to Friday, and we have a through gap up over here, through gap up over here, and the POC is all the way at the bottom. So volume needs to start migrating up in order for us to get some traction. Uh, I see the value area high here at 43.16. So let me validate that with my other platform. In the way that it looks is that, yeah, we definitely left the POC at the bottom last week. Um, so let's take a look and see what's around the 40. I see a set of singles too. All right. So what we're gonna do is in the monthly chart, we are obviously one time framing down, and that will end like I was saying before in this blue line here. So I'm gonna get rid of this uh, 2 months so I don't get confused. And then I'm also gonna I normally leave the 3 day balance just in case we start coming back into it, so I know exactly what to do. All right, so look, it's just gonna be very simple for us this week. We have a lot of stuff that we can leverage um, for our plan, and I would think the distributions that we have going, uh, they're quite amazing. So we have two true gap ups to deal with, and what I would think is that right now, um, I would think that if the ES was to trade below this level here, um, it'll open the opportunity to um, address some of these true gap ups in here. Um, I mean, this is a good opportunity if you ask me, um, but we'll see. Let's talk about targets. So this is going to be the pivot for this week, 43.58, which is also Friday's low. If we get below that, I would think that we're going to start attacking some of these areas here. So what we got to do is, um, here we have a spike in this zone here. I don't want to use that as a daily target. Um, but we got to look at the distribution from last week, and it looks like 4351 is an area that we need to keep an eye on, which is our pivot here. So if we fill that area, then we're gonna have to start looking at. All right, let's put this at 4358. 4358 is gonna be a weekly pivot. Price low, and it looks like we will probably attack a little bit of this area here. POC is sitting right here at 4317. So I want to look for 4317. If it gets into this area, it's likely going to go for that 5 week 5 week balance halfback. And if it gets into this area, then he'll likely to fix the singles here. We have a spike here. We have some singles here. So I will probably think that this is a set of this is a fair value gap. It's not a single. The way I know, guys, is like in my profile. You see how this profile here it only has one line. That's a single print. Even though it's blue here, it has more than one candle. So that there is a value gap. I will pull low here in this area. But I don't want to stretch it out this far in terms of plan. What I would think is that if we get into the zones here, uh, 4318, 4370, and 4232 are going to be the targets of the downside. If it gets below that, then we'll start addressing that on the daily plan. For the upside, obviously, if we're pivoting from here, we're going to use 4423 as target number one. It looks like in this area here we have some structural references. We're going to target this area here, 4477. The next one above we're going to target is 4521. The rest of the stuff will address that on daily plans. But from the way I see it, this is basically what we got. Pivot from 4358. Target number one, 4421. Target number two, 4476. Target number three, 4520. Downside, 4318, 4270, and 4232. So that's what we got for the ES for next week. Anything outside of that, we'll address on daily plans. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the NQ coming right up.